Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, wherever you are in the world. And it is the 12th of October 2020, and it's Monday morning here in the Philippines, where we are your gateway to the future. The sun is up as it is already 6 a.m. in the morning here, with little rain shower in the sky. And the veils to the other world are opening up as the Day of the Dead is coming. Though this year, due to the pandemic and physical distancing policy around the world, people are not allowed to gather in the cemetery to celebrate the memory of our dearly beloved departed ones. But do not worry, because our departed loved ones do not lie down in the cemetery grounds, but they are always resting in peace into our hearts and our mind. And this is Apo Adman Agama welcoming you to our another episode of Apos Layer or Luntiang Agama Internet Radio only here at Anchor FM. This podcast can also be heard at Apple's Podcast, Breaker, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. But before we begin our program, I want to invite everyone to join and visit us at HalloweenPsychicFair.com. Halloween Psychic Fair online mission is to provide psychic readings, entertainment, spiritual experiences, and paranormal exploration online for seekers to create a positive experience for seekers, explorers, and spiritual workers. With the COVID shutdown of Halloween venues, this has created great harm to spiritual workers and businesses of all kinds. So, with the Corellian Educational Ministry broadcasting and Witch School resources, we developed this platform to help them out. So, the part of the income from this fair, beyond paying fees to the psychic and honorarium to speakers, it will be used to establish the Corellian Educational Ministry Food and Seed Grant Program. The CEM Food and Seed Grant Program will provide cash and financial aid to food banks, food drivers, seed banks, community gardens, and food-based public services by providing for the additional cost of doing this type of public goods services. This Halloween Psychic Fair will give us way to boost funding. So, if you want to have or enjoy the Halloween at home, you can always go and celebrate it online by having the services of the psychics that participate on this fair. So, there are many psychic that been presented here, such as Reverend Don Lewis, Reverend Stephanie Neal, Bruce Hoskin, Sarah Wilds, Reverend Ravenwold Greenfield, Reverend Nikki Kirby, Alan Salmi, Red Hoskins, Alfred Willuhawk, Starlet Lebron, and yours truly, Apadman Agama, Reverend Pam Griffith, Silas Mimir, Tiatara, Edward Palmer, Rhonda Russo, Reverend Amanda Hacker, Fluffy, Michelle Gilmet, Regan Pagan, Miss Jessica Angela Teresa Egik, Salex, Tina Goulet, Mama Witch, Morgan Victoria Fuller, Miko Klein, Reverend Cherilyn Hancock, Stephanie Small, Swati Mishra, and there's a lot more. So the thing that you can do right now is just visit the HalloweenPsychicFair.com, or you also go to psychicservices.org for more information. So again, this is Apod Managama, and today we are going to discuss about the Luntiang Agama Declaration of Faith. In this declaration, we have 11 statements. It defines what we believe at. So let me read the 11 stanza or 11 verse or statement of the belief system of Lunti ang Agama Natural Divine Art Shrine of Healing. Number one, as a religious organization, we believe in one God. We believe that God is manifested in many forms. God is manifested in a form of male and female, young and old, and in multiple aspects as man could understand most. And in every religion, no, in every religion around the world, there is a belief in God. But we have to classify what kind of belief that this religion have towards God, because there are religion that does not believe in the existence of God, and that is still a valid belief that God does not exist. But in Luntiang Agama, we believe that there is a God. And how many God do we believe in? We believe in one God. But how do we express our belief in God? We It was followed on the following sentence that it says, we believe that God is manifested in many forms. Indeed, that this one God has the power to manifest in many forms, such as there are many individuals and many races around the world. God can manifest uh, the power to individual accordingly to what that individual believes in, on how do an individual experience to believe in God. Though the God that we have is not based on what it was written, but the God that we believe in is a God that we could talk to and we could encounter and experience in our daily life, such as God is manifested in a form of male and female. And God has power to manifest uh, the power that He have to every individual, such as the individual right now are manifested into male and female. And right now, there are many sexual orientation and gender identities available, but the God that we have is beyond gender, beyond age, young and old, and in multiple aspects as man could understand most. The second statement that we believe in is that we believe that this God is our creator, the one who instituted life on this world. We believe that God is the one who creates the heavens, the earth, and the other world. As God creates the planes of existence, God also installed caretaker of these planes. So this God that created the universe, we define or we enumerate the kind of creation that He have made to us. So God created the heaven, the earth where we live, and the other world. And we mention the other world because we also believe that aside from this plane of existence that we have, aside from the world that we have right now, there are other worlds, such as now we are also in the virtual reality world, the cyberspace. And this is part of the world that we are living right now. Though online, we don't have the physical body, but outside the cyber community, in the real life, we have our body, such as also on the academic and everything. No, this these forms of the plane of existence, we are discussing this maybe sooner, but most of it we talk this in our agamic divinity and ministry course. So aside from the other world, God create a plane of existence like what I've mentioned, and God also, and from this plane of existence that God have created, God also install caretaker of this plane. So there are caretakers, and we as human here in the Philippines, those caretakers are known as the Babaylan, Mumbaki, and the Catalonan, no? And gladly that we have been called to be the caretaker of this existence that we are right now. And in different parts of country, there are also other caretaker. They are called the shamans and the priest and the priestess of the old religion. Third statement, we believe that we are the creation of God. Excuse me. We believe that as creature of God, God has a special manifestation within us that is unique from each of us, a signature of God that gave us divine lineage of power as co-creator and caretaker of the plane of existence where we dwell. And if you remember yesterday in our last podcast, we discussed about individuality, the uniqueness of each individual, and that uniqueness that we have are a special signature of God that gave to us, and that signature gave us the right for the divine lineage of power as co-creator and caretaker of the plane of existence where we dwell. So it is not only those holy person, holy man that has been called to become the caretaker, but even you who are listening right now. You have a unique characteristic. You have the signature of God that is within you, and you are being called to become the caretaker and the co creator of this plane of existence where we dwell because you are yourself has the special manifestation from the creator. No, so let's move on the fourth statement. We believe that as creature of God we are one of the manifested form of the divine power. The divine power, or the power of the divine that is within us all. We believe that as a manifested form of divine power, we are made with a purpose. And that purpose is the reason why we are living and manifested in this plane of existence where we live. And truly, that we are the perfect manifestation of that power. And remember, if this we our body ourself is just the material thing, but the real self within us, the one that talk, the one that hear, the one that see, is the spirit, and that spirit belongs to the divine, belongs to God. And that spirit that is moving within us is the power of the divine to create, to manifest ourselves in this plane of existence. But when our spirit left our body just becomes a body or a thing that being buried down to the cemetery, and this body will corrupt suddenly, and the spirit will return to God, which is the Creator. That's why the power within you to move into act is the power of God. But how will you use that power? That's why we encourage you to use that in to use that power to create and not to destroy. No? Number five, we believe that we live our life purpose until we reach our goal in becoming one with the divine power. For we believe that our life comes from the divine, and to the divine will our life return. We also believe that our life here on this plane of existence is a training ground where we will learn how to serve our purpose well. A school where we can train and enhance the divinity within us. Indeed, this is a this plane of existence right now, this world that we are living right now is a training ground. It is a school, an academy of life. This academy, this school that we are into right now, is a training ground for us to practice the divinity within ourselves. Imagining God, the power of God's creation, and that power is within you. We have to use that power within us. But how will are we going to use that? Of course, such as God give us life, and the purpose of life is to grow and to progress. That life we must practice, we must embrace, and we must exercise that power, the divine power that within us, and that power is to give life. Yes, that's why we should be also mindful of our action. It reminds me of the meeting that I have joined yesterday at the Corellian tradition during the men's green tent meeting, and we talk about mindfulness. No, so for to all of our listeners, I really encourage you to visit thecorellian.com and visit the green tent, men's green tent, because it has a great insights and sharing of real life event on becoming masculine and also feminine in this world. So it moves us to act accordingly, no? So on the next statement, number five, we have done that. No, we believe that we live our life purpose until we reach our goal in becoming one with the divine power. For we believe that our life comes from the divine, and to the divine will our life return. We also believe that our life here on this plane of existence is a training ground where we will learn how to serve our purpose well. A school where we can train and enhance the divinity within us. And number six, we have stated that we believe in reincarnation as a mean of our real self in accomplishing our life purpose to achieve the ultimate goal of reaching divinity within oneself. We believe that as we were born in this plane of existence, we are given guides to help us learn and evolve with us. They were also born as we were born and evolve as we evolve. We believe that these guides are also part of us, our real self, coming from our ancestors and from our previous incarnation. These guides are one with us and within us, learning with us in our present plane of existence until the time we are truly be one with them to the divine. So this topic we are going to make a separate episode, as this topic of reincarnation and incarnation has a deeper discussion need to discuss, right? And on number seven, we said we believe in many plane of existence as other traditions have taught. And to simplify this, we categorically believe in the underworld, middle world, and the upper world. And presently, we who are alive are living in the middle world. Number eight, we believe that the underworld is a place where growth and renewal begins. As there is beginning, there will be an ending, and in every ending, there's a hope of new beginning. We believe that we as humans live presently in the middle world together with other creatures, seen and unseen, to live harmoniously in coexistence with one another. Plants and animals alike are all created beings by the divine power, equally to serve their purpose in symbiotic manner. So we believe that the underworld is not a punishment, no? A world of punishment, such as on the teachings of other religion and tradition. But we believe that the underworld is the beginning of our life where we grow and renewal begins. Such as when you plant a seed, you don't plant the seed on the air, but you bury it underground. And from burying underground and due proper care, it will sprout anew. That's why we as humans, diba, we visit our departed loved ones to the cemetery because we buried them with the hope we gave them love and care with the hope that they will come back, and indeed they will come back anew as a new human as they will reincarnate. So that is the topic that we are going to discuss on the statement number 6. So wait for that, no, wait for that. Number 9, we believe that the upper world is the bringer of light that signifies time on us here in the middle world. The upper world is a place where light comes and occasionally pour their blessings onto us through rain. The upper world, we can access our guides to be our light. We can access inspiration from them that we can enact it to our present life in this plane of existence. Number 10, we believe as living creature, we can coexist with one another. The key for this harmonious coexistence is through the virtues that have been taught to us by the agamic prayer. We believe in the power of prayer as a means of communication to the divine. It is also our means of communication with the unseen. Through prayer and constant communication, we develop personal relationship and intimacy with the divine and with our guides. Indeed, even this podcast is a form of communication, and through communication with you, I am developing relationship. And it is the same thing that you are developing relationship with me. So I really encourage to communicate, no? So if you have some question, you can always make comment, and I want to hear your voice over the air, and let's talk about what is in your mind. And lastly, we believe in magic as an innate ability of every individual to create change. This is the ability that we have since birth as a sign of our divine lineage that been passed on to us by our ancestors. And with this ability, we congregate ourselves to develop it and direct it to create beneficial change to our society. So that's the 11th statement and declaration of our faith. If you resonate to the statements that I have mentioned here in our podcast, you can always see this declaration in our website at luntiangagama.wordpress.com, and there is a search box there. You can type declaration of faith, or there is also a tab on membership. If you want to become a member of Luntiangagama, just follow the instructions there on how to become a member. No, although we don't believe on membership, just to be honest with you, we don't believe on membership because you are not new here. But what we believe in is remembership, or remembering, because you are already part of Luntiang Agama ever since. But since you are carrying a new religion, you've been departed from the group. But our role here as Luntiang Agama, as your chief priest, I am here to remind you of who you are so that you can have an opportunity to remember who you are. So that's it for now. And I want to thank everyone for listening. And again, this is Apodman Agama saying, blessed be peace. Mayari na pag-asatin. Bye!